There are two important segments which are part of every cruise experience, and that is the ship itself and its onboard experience. And the second one is itinerary and accessibility at destination. So to further explain, the ship elements to observe are, for example, are there wheelchair accessible cabins, wide enough corridors? Are there elevators to provide access to all public areas of the ship? The height of door thresholds, place to store motorized scooters when they are not in use? Are there public signs in braille letters? Is there floor guidance for visually impaired? Are there TTY devices available? What type of gangway is used for disembarkation? Are tender services handled by well-trained staff? Is the staff in general trained how to assist the guests with special needs? The second part we talked about is itinerary and accessibility of destination. That is even more complex and somewhat individual matter. There are destinations which are considered more suitable, and some are considered not that suitable or not suitable at all for guests with different special needs. However, as already said, it is a very individual matter because from personal experience of meeting a guest on a cruise ship who was confined to a wheelchair but still doing paragliding or parachute jumps, we cannot generalize or what are limits of what a disadvantaged person or person with special needs can or cannot do. Nevertheless, the destination and the port should have at least basic accessibility, such as adjusted curbs, elevator platforms, adjusted public transportation, available information in braille, and some sign guidances. In both of these segments of cruise experience, as in everything else, there is always space for improvements, especially today in the era of fast development in the IT and AI technologies. Zadar Cruise Port is actually constructed and built to be accessible to all. And we have already had several major cruise lines who were particularly interested in knowing the specifics. So all premises, all parts of the terminal are accessible. We have sufficient number of conveniently placed elevators and escalators. The floor is floor guiding for visually impaired guests. In every block of public restroom, there is also spacious and fully adjusted wheelchair accessible restroom. All necessary and strategic curbs are inclined, and we have designated security metal scanners adjusted to the width of the wheelchairs. In the future, we would like to be able to offer personal assistance to all our guests to help them from the ship through the terminal and to cars or excursion buses and on their way back to the ship. Also, we have so-called GIC desk or guest information desk. And we would like to be able to give more specific and more detailed information about specialized excursions or tours of the city, perhaps in sign language, or about available accessible transportation, and anything else that might be of interest to these guests. We are carefully listening to what our guests and cruise line companies ask for and inquire about, so we can grow further and improve our services for all our guests.